Hello everyone, Pete here from riverwoodaquatics.co.uk. So today we're going to make a video on setting up one of these new Bioloark bio bottles. This is a PD-210 model, which is slightly shorter and slightly more rotund. So yeah, we're going to be setting this up nice and simple, and let's get into it. So they come really well packaged. That's the light in there. And there's the bottle itself. More packaging in there. Okay, so yeah, this is the glass bottle. Really clear glass, super thin. Comes with a little booklet. And 1 year guarantee. So yeah, that's the bottle. I love the shape and the dimensions of it. It's a little LED light. So I think this is a 5-watt light. It's got a little built-in fan there to keep the light cool, which helps stop the plants drying out and also helps limit condensation. And that sits on the top, and you've got these adjustable vents. So if you've got real high moisture loving plants, you can keep the vents closed to lock in a lot of moisture, and you can keep the vents open to keep the glass nice and clear. Yeah, we've got a standard USB, so that plugs into any USB socket, and a little on and off switch. Right, so we've got all the ingredients ready. Ingredients for the terrarium. So the substrate, we're going to be using Tropica aquarium soil. I find aquarium soil is really good in terrariums. It just helps with drainage. You don't get any kind of compacting or like waterlogging issues. So it's really good, just all in one. Just use that as a substrate. We've got some Canyon sand, really nice decorative aquarium sand, which we may use for part of it. A little bit of rock, geo rock, so it's got really fine details in it, so it adds to the scale. We've got some wood here. We've got this 1 kilo bag of Riverwood, so hopefully within this we should find something that we can use. We've got a couple of plants, Fittonia red and Ophiopogon, japonica, pussilus. And we've got lots of cushion moss. Okay, so cushion moss is an amazing one to use in terrariums. It's got a high tolerance for humidity, and also if it dries out, if you sort of forget about it for a little while and it dries out, you can bring it back to life quite easily with a good misting. So yeah, one of my favourite mosses to use, really easy to use, really low maintenance. So we'll be using cushion moss. Alright, so first we'll start with the substrate. Aquarium soil. Whoops. Pour some in and most of it over the side. Did that well, didn't I? Right. So one of the main tips that I've got when you're making a terrarium, especially if you're going to have it situated in the same place all the time and you're going to view it from a certain angle, you want to make a big slope up towards the back, because that way you get to see everything that's in the terrarium, you get a better sense of depth. So if you just give it a little shake towards the back so you get that nice slope. Right, and then we can start adding things. So I think first the best thing to add is the wood. So we'll have a little rummage through this lot to see what would fit nicely. These 1 kilo bags of Riverwood are perfect for terrariums, because you get a whole mix of different pieces and you can choose the perfect piece. Yeah, I think that works well. Good job. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, so once your hardscape's in, we have got a bit of rock, but we might add that after we've added the moss. So that's the main sort of structure of it, the backbone. And then we can start padding it out with moss. With this. So it's lovely cushion moss. Sometimes it comes and it's really thick. You can just thin out the bottom of it. Be quite savage with it and just tear it off. But yeah, and then you just place it in pretty much. Sometimes if you shape it to the gap that you've got. Place it in. Remember to try and maintain that slope towards the back. So we've got quite a big area here. So sometimes with cushion moss you get a lot of pine needles in it. They collect it from pine forests. I believe in Poland this one comes from, sustainably. And you can go through the moss and just pick out all the little bits. You can give it a little brush that gets rid of it. Okay, so I'm going to leave this one quite thick because that's going at the back. Yeah, let's break that bit off. So it's going to create a nice bit of height. There we go, you can see that bit's almost vertical. That's going to create that sense of depth. So now we've got some gaps in here which we can fill in. So you just sort of hold up the moss to the gap and then you just literally break it, and then you can stuff it in, fill in the holes like so. The moss doesn't always have to be in contact with the substrate, because it's quite thick, it will retain its own moisture. Right, so that's the most of the moss in. Now we can add a little feature. So we've got some Fittonia here. Pull it out of the rock wall. So you normally get a few stems in these, but we don't want too much. In fact, just that small bunch. So we've got some nice leaves here. So I think I just want to add some decorative sand at the front here. Right, now we're going to add some Ophiopogon japonica pussilus. You get loads of plants in these pots, so you can literally break them down into many. Snip the roots off. That's big. Just break it down a bit. Here we've just got some Denel Rio Zingu rock. Just going to use it as detailing. Break up the sand a little bit. Okay, I think we're done. Let's have a little closer in on it.